Hello, my loves. I'm back. And today I want to talk about the new moon in Taurus happening on May 19th, so tomorrow, at 5:53 p.m. And that is Paris time. So you have to adjust for your location. This is a wonderful, wonderful new moon. And it is a new moon that really gives us everything. It gives us everything if we are willing to work with the energy. If we're not willing to work with this energy, if we are a little stubborn, which, Taurus, which Taurus can be, that new moon may not feel good to you. But if you're willing to work with what you're given, oh man, nothing can stop you. So let's begin. And let's begin with the beautiful aspects that this new moon is making. In order to truly, truly begin again, something has to be released. Something has to be left at, wherever you think you can leave it safely. You gotta leave it there. And you're not gonna take it with you. You take the experience, you take the lesson, but the thing stays there. And the thing can really be anything. This can relate to people in our lives that we don't resonate with anymore. And this can also relate to actual things. Maybe it relates to where you live, your apartment, something in your apartment, your job, a routine you have. So, like I said, this can unfold in multiple ways. Once you've done that, once you've left the thing where you think it is safe, because you don't want to leave it somewhere out in the cold. This is not an ending where you are like, okay, fuck it. Oh, I said it again, the F word. I'm just gonna drop this here and I'm out of here. Bye-bye. That's not that kind of moon. Even though a lot of people may do actually, they may do just that. Because this moon is in and out of sign trine to Pluto, which is usually a beautiful energy. It's a trine, it's flowy. But that also makes us lazy and we don't really want to be too careful. We are just like, we just leave it here now. I would advise against that. I would advise you use your discernment when it comes to leaving things behind, letting go of it, releasing it, whatever you want to call it. And then once you've done that, now we are getting to the good part. There's a little friction coming later, but let's just get to the good part now. So this moon is in a beautiful sextile with Mars in Cancer, and then in a beautiful sextile with Neptune in Pisces. So this stubborn little moon is supported by two water signs, by dreamy Pisces and nurturing Cancer. And a sextile aspect is an aspect that has a lot of potential, but it requires your participation. It requires action. It requires work. So this is not an aspect where you can just lie on the couch and wait for the food delivery service to come and serve you. You will have to go out and get the food yourself. But with that food, you can then make the most delicious meal. The most delicious meal. Mars is our drive. It's also our desire. And in Cancer, Mars, we know Mars is not as happy in Cancer, as he is in Aries, but he still has desires, and he desires safety and security there, and he's very protective of his family, or the people he considers family. Venus right now is also in Cancer, but the interesting thing here is that Venus is actually making a half square, not a square, but a half square to this new moon. What does that mean? Well, that means that there is a little tension when it comes to what we want, because Venus is also ruling this new moon. So Venus wants what she wants. She desires what she desires. She's sensual. She just wants to have a good time. She wants to just enjoy the finer things in life. And everything else in this new moon says, okay, you can have that, Venus, you can have that. But you've got to release what is not serving you, what is holding you back, what is not allowing you to go to the next stage. And then you've got to put in the work to get where you're going. You actually have to walk there. There's no one going to come and pick you up. You got to put your shoes on and you've got to go there. So with Neptune in Pisces, Neptune, dreams, Pisces, even dreamier, right? Neptune in Pisces, it's a match made in heaven. Not necessarily a match made on earth, if you know what I mean, but it's a match made in heaven. And the sextile to this new moon says, okay, you have those dreams. How are you going to make them a reality? You got to put in the work. Put in the work. Again, this is a doing kind of moon. This is not necessarily a just being kind of moon. We've got to put in the work, laying the foundation so we can then build a house. And the foundation got to be strong. It's got to be a strong foundation. This new moon, now we're getting to the more difficult part. This new moon falls into a time where we're experiencing the fixed grand cross. And you've heard me talk about it. We had 2 podcasts about it. So you already know what this is all about. But yeah, we cannot underestimate the background music here of this new moon. There's quite a lot of noise, and it's tensious noise. It's not chill music. It's not necessarily heavy metal, but it is something where you just want to use some earplugs or something, because it's not necessarily sounding very gentle. It's fixed, and there's a lot of squares coming together, and there's so much tension, and all the players involved, they are in fixed signs, and they all don't want to give in. They all want their way. And the one player, as you know by now, that will win here is going to be Pluto, because Pluto is the soul's potential, and it is the evolution that is leading us into the future. Whatever that soul's intention is, that will reveal itself throughout the process. And that process is not necessarily going to be gentle. So even though this new moon is, in my opinion, a very, very beautiful new moon that supports beautiful new beginnings, there is this background energy, that background noise that we have to allow to play out in its own way. And we cannot be distracted by it too much. We cannot lose sight of where we want to go because of it. Fixed signs will find all of this more difficult. And by fixed signs, I'm not just talking about the sun sign. You're a Taurus, a Leo, an Aquarius, or a Scorpio. No, I'm talking about everyone that has a lot of energy in fixed signs. You might be a Gemini, but you might have 4 planets in Taurus. Well, then you will feel this, especially also if one of your planets is conjunct this grand fixed cross, like one of the points. And it's, if you have planets anywhere in the fixed signs between 0 to 4 degrees, you will feel this. You will feel this really intensely. But again, this is nothing to worry about or fear or be anxious of. It's really a gift. Every square is really a gift because it helps you grow. It helps you let go of what you're holding on to that is not serving you. And through the tension and then through the release, you can actually allow in what you actually want. What you want for your life, what will take you further, what will allow you to live the life you want to live. And that's what we all came for. That's the soul's intention. And that's where Pluto comes in again. So yeah, I want to keep this short. I mean, we could talk about this for forever. There's also still a beautiful sextile between Saturn and Mercury. Mercury in 6 degrees of Taurus and Saturn in 6 degrees of Pisces. So we're still thinking about building that future. It's the thinking now is not internalized, but we think about it and we talk about it. It's like we are communicating what we want now. We're communicating, this is how I want my future to look like. And yes, if let's say you are in a relationship with someone and you've been wanting to take this to the next level. Now is a beautiful time to communicate that. Communicate your desires, your needs, and what you want your future to look like. And then have a conversation about that with your partner. Even in a work environment, you talk about with your boss about this. This is where you want to go. This is where you see yourself in, 5 years, 10 years. And you have a conversation with the person that can help you get there. So all in all, like I said, a beautiful, beautiful new moon. The tension in the background is necessary, and even if it doesn't feel as pleasant, it is, I'm saying this with a smile, it is a blessing though. It is a blessing. I know you'll probably say, oh my God, you have no idea how I feel. I have an idea. So my loves, that's the new moon. If you have any questions, you know how to reach me. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon.